Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Very good morning, good afternoon, and good everyone, whoever is joining us today. My name is Ahmad Javaid, and I'm once again here with a very relevant and hot topic for all of our audience to hear about. Today, once again, um, I have selected a topic which is of a very much importance for not only the technology experts and considering the geopolitical global landscape and ever-changing technological evolution landscape. I mean, we have selected the topic for discussion today, which is from brain drain to brain gain, leveraging Pakistani talent for Middle Eastern tech hubs for a prosperous Pakistan. So, with this saying, we have heard this for decades. The term the brain drain has been a somber reality for Pakistan, and it describes the one way ticket for our brightest minds, our engineers, our developers, our data scientists seeking opportunities abroad. We watched as this exodus of talent fueled innovation and growth in other economies while we grappled with the loss. But what if we could reframe this narrative? The rapid rise of Middle Eastern tech hubs like the UAE Dubai Future District or Saudi Arabia's NEOM isn't just creating a new destination for our own talent, it's creating a new dynamics. These hubs are not just oceans away, they are a short flight away. They share culture, affinities, and are making historic investments in AI, fintech, and smart cities. This geographical and cultural proximity present a unique generational opportunity. The question is no longer just about how to stop the drain, but how to strategically leverage this new proximity. Can we transform this pipeline of talent into a circulatory system which eventually brings the benefits back to Pakistan? So this is the background of the discussion which we're going to have today in the context of our topic. And today, once again, as our always a regular practice, that I'm joined with a senior industry experts and thought leaders, and which I will invite one by one to have their introductions. May I kindly request Mr. Mujahid Karim Chohan Saab to kindly introduce yourself, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ahmad Javaid, for inviting me to discuss on this very important, very critical, and very sensitive topic. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mujahid Karim Chohan. I'm working in Kuwait for one of the leading IT solution providers. Uh, we have outreach almost in all the countries of the Middle East. Fortunately, I have worked for this company as a recruitment manager, so I have uh, a huge experience how to attract Pakistani talent to the Middle East. Secondly, uh, I have founded one organization, community welfare organization, which is Pakistani IT professionals in Kuwait. So the objectives of the organization, community organization, is to help out Pakistani IT professionals in Kuwait in finding jobs for them, uh, upskilling, reskilling their uh, professional competencies, providing support to the IT professional based in Kuwait, and to uh, introduce Pakistani products in Kuwait. So these are the four objectives we have been working on under these organizations. So this is brief about myself, and hopefully we'll have a wonderful discussion on the topic. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and once again, warm welcome, Mr. Mujahid. And I very much myself has witnessed that the progress and the fruits of your efforts in bringing the Pakistani talent on board in several organizations. And nonetheless, that when people, the way they feel comfortable in reaching out to you and asking for the help and guidance, and you've been always available for them. Yes, I mean that's exactly um, the leaders which Pakistani nation needs at the moment, which have definitely a courage to return the favors or the investment back to the Pakistan. So thank you so much once again for joining us, Mujahid Karim Sab. Now I will request my next guest, Dr. Sarfraz Ahmad Sab, to kindly introduce yourself, please.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Javaid sab, I am very thankful to you to give me the opportunity to discuss a very big and a huge topic. This is for the Pakistan, and this is the best for the Pakistan economy. And you guys did a great job. And I heard about Mujahid Kareem Chohan sahab that they also did a very good job, and their experience and their expertise are very helpful for the Pakistani youth. Here I introduce myself that my name is Dr. Sarfraz Ahmed. I am PhD in Engineering Management from University of Waterloo, Canada. I worked in Nadra for more than 20 years as different assignments. When I joined Nadra in Faisalabad as a assistant manager, then there is only one office, and I have to so many offices, so many knowledges from 2003 to till date. Then I have, after my PhD and after my postdoc, I am working in sustainability and sustainable business developments. This is my the thesis, and this is my the expertise. I am working for mathematical modeling, MCDMs, multi criteria decision making models, and so on. Now I have established that company, TerraSpark group of companies, that we are working on sustainability and sustainable business solutions, and we have to provide. As my background is from IT, that's why I have to fabricated so many plants, so many climate change projects, and so many things that are now going on process. And we are a close collaboration with Punjab government and federal government in the climate actions. We recently introduced a newly fabricated plant that is called as oxygenics tree. It looks like it is working as a tree in urban area, urban polluted areas, and it captures carbon. It inhales polluted air and exhales the fresh air. This is the best fit. This is not. This is the first time in Asia that we have developed this technology indigenously in the Pakistan, and Pakistani youth will help to promote our technology. And now Punjab government is going to launch that project. You all aware of liquid tree? This is the this is a type of photobioreactor, and we are working on that. And we are close collaboration with smog, ITs, and carbon footprints, carbon credits, and especially the area of expertise of HR. Uh, that's all about from my side. And once again, thank you very much to have you all there.
Thank you, sir, for joining us today, and such an impressive profile you have, and your contribution in terms of, like, the health and environment safety, and the particularly the SDGs is definitely, we will be learning a lot from yourself during our session today. So we have our third and last guest today. I think in still facing some tech challenges. So Mr. Ghulam Shabir Sab is back once again with us. So thank you so much, sir. And may I kindly request you to introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, thank you very much, Ahmad Javaid Sab, for bearing with me for a little while. And I'm really back like Tom Cruise, actually. So I'm glad that I haven't missed any moment, and there's no gap in the overall conversation. So myself, G. Ghulam Shabir, and I'm actually into public policy design and analysis, as well as governance reforms, digital governance, uh, and and focused these days from last couple of years actually, and until these days, focused on technological adoption for the emerging technologies, especially AI as well as other emerging technologies. I mean, the nanomaterials, the composites, as well as the quantum and the stuff. So that is what I learned, that is what I practice, and that is what I actually like to contribute about. And when it comes to talent development and talent related, engagements, so I'm glad to share with the forum that I am an avid contributor to the higher education sector here in Pakistan. I work with different universities, and altogether, the focus is on improving the state of the universities and the state of the higher education for developing the requisite talent that our country requires or that the society requires. Thank you.
Indeed, thank you so much. And since and we've been learning a lot from you from the past, previous several sessions wherever I got a chance to have you joined with us, and definitely in this session as well. I'm very positively looking forward that we're going to be engaging our audience very well, where to learn from yourself and the other industry experts we have on the panel. So I'll just, without any further ado, I'll start our discussion by posting my first question, which is to Mujahid Kareem Chohan Saab, is that beyond salary, what is the single biggest reason Pakistani tech talent is attracted to the Middle East market for the jobs?
There are multiple factors which are attracting the Pakistani talent toward the Middle East. But as far as my concern is, the main attracting factor is the security, the peace. Other than the religious affiliations or other things, these are already there. But the main factor which we have been observing since years being in the Middle East, it is the security. You will not find any jewelry shop with a security guard or gunman standing outside. You will not find any a security guard or gunman outside the banks. It's purely safe, secure, and all kind of amenities you will find here. There will not be shortage of any food. There will not be shortage of any other amenities. You will enjoy a peaceful and secure life. So this is my concern, other than the other factors, as I mentioned before. So for me, this is the main concern, and this is the main factor of attraction to the Middle East. Uh, let's have the views of other participants and the panelists.
Right. Yeah, very rightfully said. The peace of mind is one of the element which generally been quite highly praised for the residents who are living in the GCC. But let's hear about the other aspects as well. Ghulam Shabir sir, from your views, what would be the other biggest reason our talent is more attracted towards Middle Eastern market, other than the salary thing?
Yeah, but salary and economics, yes, it is one of the core realities. However, it is basically the opportunity part as well. I mean, not the opportunity part in terms of getting employed. I mean, that is actually given. I mean, that is the first and the foremost step, which every talented or every unit of human resource has to undertake. But the important side of opportunity which I want to highlight is the opportunity to exercise the human potential, which has been acquired or accumulated over the years of training as well as education. And then also there is another brighter side of opportunity, and that is um, how do you get a chance to nurture yourself as an individual, as a professional, and what kind of opportunity landscape you actually interact with in terms of providing you with these kind of inputs where you can actually polish yourself, where you can learn more, you can become more actually, right? So opportunity is alongside the economics or the salary, as well as security. It is the biggest part. One. The other mainly important element is uh, the level of growth which those markets are seeing, or which those markets are actually propelling, not only for themselves but also for talent which actually joins those markets from various different ranks, from various different geographies and locations, right? So those markets are consistently on a trajectory of welcomingness, openness, innovation, where any individual professional from any of the field would find that opportunity sweet spot, where the individual can become more, can learn more, can get herself exposed more, and can actually become more value added as an individual or as a professional. And that these are the two key things to my perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, makes a perfect sense because the apart from the economic side of it, I mean the number of opportunities is one of the people considering their future growth. So, Dr. Sarfraz, your views on this aspect, please?
Thank you very much once again, sir. The topic, I already said that it has two parts, in my opinion. This is one of them is the positive part. We said it, brain drain. When we said in the Pakistani aspects, the brain drain, that we have the minds that shifts from Pakistan to other countries, we take it as a negative. The governments will take it as a negative, but this is not a negative part. It is the positive part of that we have more than 60% youngest youth. We have most of the powers, most of the countries have to use their HR as their exporters. We have to export some products to the other markets and to gain some money, to gain some remittances. If then we have the huge manpower, then we have to send it to the other countries like GCC, and we have to get some remittances. This is the best part, and this is the biggest part of that. As far as your question is concerned, beyond salary, what is the single biggest reason that Pakistani tech and tech talent is drawn to the Middle East? In my opinion, they have no opportunities in Pakistan, and Pakistani government fails to produce some good opportunities for our youth. They have to go that that countries for their career accelerations. There are so many tech hubs in the Middle East, especially in the UAE and Saudi Arabia, and they have the large scale digital transformation projects. Like in Saudi Arabia, they have working on Neom cities. They have producing some tech hubs like in Jeddah. They have producing so many things that they did not drive from previous. These cutting edge technologies, these advancement in the AI, and the career acceleration of our youth is the main focus that they have to go from that countries to produce some positive and for the country, positive role for the country, and they have to contribute to the economy. So this is not the game of salary. If we see it as the individual, they, if they have some opportunities in their own country, then they did not go beyond that. From the single point of view, from the single person's view, if we see that if he goes from there in the purpose of salary, he has to expense some of their, they have that handsome amount, that is about 1 lakh, and he has to send to Pakistan. If that type of salary is given in Pakistan, that they will not suggest, they will not recommend to go to GCCs. That's why I said I don't think so that brain drain, this is the brain drain for positive reasons, for the Pakistani economy and for the Pakistan's perspectives, and we people are the perspectives, and you also uh, work there in Ahmed Javaid Saab, that you are already working in Qatar, and Mujahid Kareem Saab are already in Kuwait, and they have doing their best jobs in there. If you are ask this question to yourself, then you think that this is not the career as this is not the salary, this is basically the positive attitude towards your country, this is the positive part to your career acceleration, and this is not the brain drain, this is the brain gain, that you have there some technologies there, you have to learn some experiences there, and you share these experiences to the youth in Pakistan, and you have two remittances to the Pakistan. This is a win-win situation for the Pakistan, that they this is not the negative part of the question, that the brain drain, this is actually the brain gain, and we have some remittances economical factors for that particular type. That's from the my side.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. I mean, you have actually shed light on those aspects which certainly can overcome our brain drain challenge, though. That, the change of perspective makes the whole thing, the positive. Because if I share my own experience with you, I mean, most of the youth are taking the flights out of Pakistan. That's one way flight with no intention to coming back. So that's not actually a brain gain. In fact, and there's with a mindset of like no due responsibility back to the country. So given that, when those mindset needs to be, of course, educated before sending the people outside, so that they can work in a way to bring the best benefits back to Pakistan, and that's exactly what we're going to discuss now. So, Mujahid Kareem Saab, I mean, I'll without though I don't want to have a more argumentative sort of a discussion, though, but would you agree on what Dr. Sarfraz Sab has just mentioned, that it's he's looking into the whole puzzle in a very different perspective?
I do agree with Dr. Sarfraz and Ghulam Shabir Saab. Their opinions are perfectly right. Their concerns are perfectly right. The thing is, obviously, the people, if they will find opportunities in their own country, they will not go outside the countries. I can give my example. I never thought of coming out of Pakistan, but due to the certain reason, I have to quit Pakistan. I came to Kuwait. Otherwise, if the environment, if the economy, if the political situation remained the same, there would have been opportunities to grow. So I would have stayed there. I would not have come to Kuwait. So, but after coming to Kuwait, I realized that I can contribute even in Kuwait. So that's the reason. Because I struggled a lot after coming to Kuwait. I could not get job immediately. I have to struggle a lot. Uh, and keeping in mind that struggle, I formed this group of Pakistani IT professionals that whatever sufferings I have suffered, the other should not suffer those sufferings.
Hmm.
So to coming out of your own homeland or home country, it's very, you can say, mm, sentimental.
Yeah,
So
it's emotionally challenging. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
nobody wants to leave their own homeland. Nobody wants to go out of their
Exactly.
country, but only because of certain obligations and to grow further. When you see, actually, it happened in 70s when laborer class, and there was, by the way, a mutual agreement between the government level, and they used to send labor class to Dubai, and the labor class was earning a more high salaries than the educated class in Pakistan. So there was a kind of differentiation or kind of disparity, you can say. The people were feeling we are educated and we are earning less amount and less money, whereas a laborer class, they are earning more money because they have the opportunity to get out of out of Pakistan. So this topic, actually it's a very diplomatic topic, and very sensitive. It has different aspects. One aspect from the national or the country point of view, the other concept is the individual point of view. So there should be not only one discussion, there should be a series of discussions, and there should be a kind of SWOT analysis, what strength or what weaknesses we are having, and what strength we can convert that uh, to the strength. So that's I think I have given my view related to Dr. Sarfraz and Mr. Ghulam Shabir.
Yeah, but Mujahid sir, just like what I wanted to ask along with that is that what made you convince yourself that you need to invest back your skills and money back to Pakistan while being in Kuwait?
Again, the same situation. There are some factors required. My desire is to develop talent, because being in the recruitment and in the HR, I have observed there are certain technologies which are not available in Pakistan and which are demanded in the Middle East. Uh, so we have to develop those competencies and expertise to the youngsters, to the IT professionals, so that they can grab those opportunities which are available right now in the Middle East. Unfortunately, we will come to this point, I think, in the later part of the discussion. There should be a collaboration, cooperation, and coordination between the industry and academia, which is unfortunately not there. Maybe few of the institutions, so few universities, they have such kind of collaboration with the industries. Uh, I'm into quality assurance nowadays, and all the ISO standards are emphasizing on the customer focus point of view. So, customer focus means whatever you are producing, it should be keeping in mind the customer will be satisfied for the product you are producing, or the customer will not be satisfied. So, what universities are producing, we have to see whether the curriculum is meeting the requirements of the international market or even the local market. They will be able to equip the students, and they will prepare the students for the employability. I will say here we are producing roughly 20 to 25,000 graduates every year, and unfortunately all of them, they are not able to get the job, the relevant job. Hardly 5% of them, they are able to get the relevant job. The rest, they will move around, they will find irrelevant job, odd jobs, and ultimately they will lose their track. So this is also a dilemma that there is a coordination, there is no coordination and cooperation or collaboration between the academia and the industry. So it has to be there. If we have to train our generation, whatever discipline they are in, whether they are in tech or whether they are in management, whether they are in administration, so the industry, actually this is a mutual kind of reciprocal, I can say reciprocal both will get benefit of that. The industry will also get benefit of that, and the academia, they will get benefit of that. So
Absolutely. I
my
mean, you have, yeah.
your concern, your question was whether you will be able to invest in Pakistan. Yes, of course, if there will be economic stability, political stability, ease of doing business opportunities, growing your business there. So I will definitely go and establish talent development opportunities for establishing some kind of training institute, and I have the knowledge. I will able to outsource those talent, those prepared and equipped resources to the Middle East and to other part of the world. So this is my desire, but I don't know when
Absolutely. I mean, you
this will
spotted
be.
on that. I think the core base challenge which we have, like most of the stakeholders are, they are not aligned and they are not integrated efforts which are required to train one talented professional before and to make him or her compatible with the GCC market needs by before sending. That's, I think that's where a lot of gaps will be bridged. So Ghulam Shabir sir, I mean, what basically, based on your opinion, one thing which, according to your opinion, can make those professionals invest back in Pakistan who are working in GCC but lost the interest to come back to the Pakistan, you know?
Yeah, Ahmed, Mujahid Saab has already given a detailed count on a lot of factors that need to be considered. In fact, so and those pretty much are the similar factors which we need to take care of in retrospect of providing a leveling, ground for the talent which is already engaged in the international markets, and which has a degree of willingness, a degree of professionalism, and patriotism associated with themselves in the most sincere manner, and they really really want to come back, and they really really want to contribute in one way or the else, right? But now here is the actual problem which starts. So, for example, at the outset, if I talk of the macro level, first and the foremost thing is that my Ministry of Human Resource, or my Ministry of Manpower or Education, or my entire government's educational apparatus, it is not ready. They do not have any conduit where they can actually give a fundamental level of a confidence to these talented people working abroad to share their views, or to share, back in their homeland. So they don't have simply any conduit, and we don't have, unfortunately we don't have any policy for that. So then what's happening is that everything that these individuals have to do, they have to do it under severe kind of ad hocism, right? So this is the first bottleneck. Now, for example, if you are, if you are again very sincere and you don't want to give up, and giving up is, by the way, no option as well, right? Being Muslims. So then the next problem strikes, that you then try to interact or engage with different, segments of society or different institutions of society, like, for example, the universities. Similarly, the associations or the business associations, right? Or the private sector, the private sector associations, right? Then you have certain other forums, which are related to, the policy, as well as, advisory and strategy related, think tanks, right? So, yet again, since we don't have a policy, we don't have a level playing field altogether. So, yet again, these individuals they become exhaust once they try and interact with uh, these different institutions or different bodies which are representing various industries within the private sector as well as the semi-government or the government sector, for example. So there they do not get the required amount of attention, sincerity, a welcomingness, where they feel heard, where they feel that they are being valued and their efforts are being recognized, and some sort of a pipeline or some sort of an access is being provided. And whatever I'm saying, it is not on the basis of like what I read in the books or what the entire world is these days reading in the most recent IMF, International Monetary Fund report on the bad governance, right? For example, I am telling you straight, right from my own heart and mind, based on my own experience and interaction with these institutions and with with all these stakeholders altogether, right? So, these are the challenges. And then what happens next? What happens is that you see, I mean, a day before yesterday, we have been into an AI conference, and there we were discussing the similar kind of challenges which Mujahid Saab has already spelled out. You see, now in a country like ours, what do we hold as options? I mean, we don't have talent. We have outdated curricula at the university level. We don't have money or the infrastructure to help ourselves, help our students, or help our future workforce to raise on the standard while providing them with the infrastructure related to technology and and tech adoption. So, with these kind of challenges, what's the best thing to do? I mean, there have been countries in the world, they have, balanced these challenges in very, very recent times, and they have been able to find a way out for the young people to get them educated, to get them trained, and they have made them an asset for themselves as well as an asset for the world, for the world across. But unfortunately, we don't have that. And
Yeah, but
last,
sorry to interrupt, Ghulam Shabir Sahib. I really couldn't hold myself by hearing
yeah,
all.
please.
Yes, we do have those challenges on the ground,
Yeah.
and as same as any other growing markets do. But let's if I may request, like let's come up with some with your wisdom, if I may able to understand that what one thing these universities and local companies should do to ensure that the talent is prepared for the global market needs, and to give them the reason to stay as well. What one thing you think which can drastically change this whole puzzle?
This one thing to me is the mindset to provide access to the people abroad who are sincere and who want to contribute sincerely back home. Mindset.
Right.
Mindset,
So
mindset, mindset. You don't feel challenged from them. You don't look for
no, because
these.
you have
Yes,
highlighted
that's
the deficiencies and the absence of think tanks as well.
yeah,
But yes, I mean, as far as my knowledge goes, there are a lot of think tanks which are been created and operated by Wapistanis,
yeah,
the
exactly.
people, the Pakistanis who really came back and they invested in Pakistan, and then they felt the need of bridging up the gap and all that. So that's very beautifully as you have highlighted, and you spotted on the bullseye. I believe that
And just give me one more
making
sentence.
them able to reach to those individuals, those professionals, senior professionals who are working in the international markets, to seek their guidance directly in their universities.
You
Am
see,
I correctly understanding?
yeah, exactly. So this mindset of access,
Mhm.
sincere access to them, and treating them as their partners, collaborators, well-wishers, contributors, value added people, not seeing them as a threat to their positions, and also not viewing them as scapegoats for pocketing personal benefits and gains. So this is the
Right.
mindset that we need to, inculcate, and everything will get sorted out, inshallah. Because you see, a university is goddamn in Pakistan an autonomous body. You see,
Right.
university can make a lot of difference if
Exactly. I mean,
if
I don't have
yes,
any other reason, Ghulam Sahib, to agree more with you, but kindly allow me to come back on this thing
yeah,
because we need
please,
to now
please.
understand that how we can reach to this kind of mindset before collecting, because it's quite a long time and I didn't touch with Dr. Sarfraz Sahib. Dr. Sarfraz Sahib, it's a lot been said already. I understand. Mujahid Kareem Sahib has shed a lot of light of their experiences in terms of the reasons that why he would like to invest back in Pakistan, and more because of emotional affiliation, and a lot of the jewels of wisdom Ghulam Shabir Sahib has shared. What are your views collectively on these two, three things?
uh, Mujahid Kareem Saab and Ghulam Shabir Saab has detailed discussion about the topic that all the problems, all the hazards that the overseas Pakistanis sees in Pakistan, why they go back, why they invest in Pakistan, why their skills are beneficial for the Pakistan. I only said one thing in all the forums, that Pakistan lacks rule of law. In Pakistan, we see and we experienced that there is no rule of law. Everyone afraid when Ghulam Shabir Saab said that they have to shed light, explain very well about if a professional confident that their contribution not undermined by the corruption, nepotism, lack of legal recourses, so many things that if an individual sees that his expertise, his money, and his respect, all the nation government will give that three things to that person and assure these three things to that person. Everyone, I believe that every Pakistani who is out of the Pakistan invest in Pakistan, they have to escape from Pakistan, they have to live in the second place. Nobody, I already visit so many countries, I already study from 2 to 3 countries, but the first thing is that there is no rule of law, unfortunately, in Pakistan. And these rule of laws are making us to give us excuse me that I have the mosque in my right now, and I have to mute the mic. Then MSAB, you will carry on for that. I continue from there.
Sure, no worries. So I'll just continue the discussion with Mujahid Kareem Sahib, because Mujahid Sahib, you have highlighted I think, a very important and um, influential, I would say, aspect of which touches each and every Pakistani's heart. Because every Pakistani today carrying that green passport does want to do something in within his capacity to do to contribute something positively to Pakistan, back to Pakistan, and that's basically the emotional affiliation for Pakistanis with their own home, the dear homeland country, and apart, in addition to that, that's comes down to the religious responsibility as well. But however, as Ghulam Shabir Sahab have spreaded, lot of jewels of wisdom, which I am still trying to collect from each and every point. Is that the biggest one which I really wanted to talk about in the next hour, 15 minutes left for the session, is that, in your opinion, how we can reach to that like kind of mindset on the ground level of which basically transform that paradigm completely for a professional which really wanted to connect back with the professionals, with the academia, universities, and they wanted to come and give their lectures, share their experiences and all that. What can we do one thing to change this paradigm shift? Mujahid Karim sir.
This is very, very sensitive and very critical question.
Indeed, that's why I'm
Um,
asking
I,
you because
I,
you've been
I,
through all this.
I have been interacting with the candidates, with the employers, and with the professionals almost uh, every day. I have found a lot of professionals. They are willing to come back. They are willing to contribute in the advancement, and uh, they are willing to provide their services. They are willing to impart their skills back home. But unfortunately, the things which have been highlighted by Dr. Sarfraz, by Ghulam Shabir Sahab, the opportunities, we have to develop a fair playing ground there, ease of business doing opportunities, economic stability, political stability, and the most important is rule of law. Until or unless we have not have the opportunity and we have not have the rule of law in the country, nobody will, I will say, nobody will be willing to contribute inside Pakistan, though within their own resident or respective countries. For example, I'm in Kuwait. I've been trying my best to uh, promote, educate, guide, train, assist my fellows in Kuwait, whatever the capacity I have. But unfortunately, if I want to uh, establish a training institute in Pakistan, so at the moment I'm not interested, I'm not willing, I'm not going until or unless we have rule of law there. So this is the main factor which is harming, which is diverting our professionals uh, to contribute back in Pakistan.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. Coming back to you, Dr. Srivastava, to
You
just
know,
resume from where we left off. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, the the one more thing against the rule of law. Uh, we don't have any strong institutions. We
Right.
have uh, named as OPF, Overseas Pakistanis Foundation, and we don't have any national diaspora policy. That our government did not bother that how he has to get all these overseas and engage all these overseas Pakistanis into Pakistan's and the Pakistani economy. They did a great job. All of you and all the overseas Pakistanis work outside Pakistan with the bad heart. They are patriots. They are more patriots than the Pakistanis live in Pakistan. When they see that type of societies and they see that there are rule of law, as they have green passport, but they have their rights. We live in Pakistan, but we don't have our rights. We see that our rights are according to so many reports. Recently, the IMF has published the reports about the bad governance, nepotism, that the people's on seats, people on political sides, they have to engage their own children's, their own brothers, their own sisters, not in the politics. They have to force them in the bureaucracy seats. They
Yeah,
have
but
to give them.
Dr. Sab, yes, I mean that I well taken point that a rule of law is required, and
Okay.
a rule of law is not respected because of several other reasons, which is not certainly of our interest of this topic today. And considering the shortage of time, and I just really wanted to please kindly help me if you can to draw a picture of success, like from 5 years down the line from here now. How would you like to see, is it what is the one clear sign that our brain drain strategy to working in brain gain?
uh, the single, I think, in my opinion, the single most effective policy is that we have the government will have innovative mobility agreements with these governments. They have to create a pool of think tanks, like the persons like Mujahid Kareem Saab, like Ghulam Shabir Saab, that they are already working in this field from so many years. And they have like these think tanks into that innovative mobility agreements and close collaboration with the governments of the Gulf and Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and all these things. These knowledge exchange corridors, these innovative hubs, these Pakistani Gulf agreements at the government side take apart and make the minds of that people that this is not the brain drain, this is the brain gain. In this way, in my opinion, this is the only way that they have to strengthen their institutions. They have to like reduced barriers to overcome the problems of the overseas, and they have to come back and they have agreed to invest into Pakistan. The only way is to trust on the economic stability and clear attractive incentives. The one thing is also that they have to give the incentives in tax
Mhm.
incentives. They have to provide these tax incentives to the overseas Pakistanis, and this is the only way they have the brain drain to brain gain.
Certainly, very beautifully highlighted, and certainly government have to play its own crucial role in
Crucial.
establishing these innovation hubs, and the skilled manpower supply in or in the greater benefit of Pakistan. That strategy needs to be come up in the play in execution. Mujahid Kareem Sahab, how would you like to paint the picture of success in the down the line after 5 years? How you would like to see this brain drain strategy changes to brain gain?
I absolutely agree with Dr. Sarfraz. So there should have been a bilateral agreement between the governments, and based on those agreements, we can source our professionals from one country, from Pakistan to the Middle East. In this way, what will happen? The actual talent that will be sourced, and they will not only uh, they will create a positive image of the country. They will contribute positively, and they will grow financially and pay back to the company, to the country. So what I have observed during the COVID, the Kuwait government, they started hiring doctors from Pakistan, and it was a bilateral agreement. And the impression so far about the Pakistani paramedics and doctors is very impressive. because they are directly hired through the government level, not on individual level. And they are performing and they are bringing good image to the Pakistan. And now the government is considering to keep hiring doctors from Pakistan and paramedic staff from Pakistan. So if our government is sincere in having to achieve certain targets and goals, so this is the only way. Otherwise, there are secondary options. People are getting uh, open visas. They are coming to the Middle East. They don't get immediate jobs. They have to suffer a lot. Maybe after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, they will not be able to get the jobs, and they will start getting desperate. It is happening nowadays. I have been observing a lot of people. They have come to Kuwait, and unfortunately, some of them they have got jobs. Some of them they are still struggling. So this is giving a bad impression again. So what if we will be having bilateral from the government level, then obviously we can say it is a brain gain, not a brain drain. So this is my uh, perception, and I would like to see after 5 years and after 10 years, the Pakistan will keep growing and will grow inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah. So, Ghulam Shabir sir, and how would you like to see the picture of success after 5 years?
Yes, this the model which has been shared by Dr. Sarfraz and Mujahid Kareem Chohan Saab, certainly all my positive thoughts with this model. However, I would just like to add that with these kind of government to government arrangements, we need to limit these arrangements with the capacity back home, with the overall governance systems that we have in place altogether, right? So you see, I mean, at one point in time, the kind of youth bulge we have, and the kind of brain based earning potential we have as a country, most of the times the government don't have the capacity to actually bear or handle or govern the load of this entire pipeline which is already there, right? So one, the government needs to bring in its own capacity, right, in terms of putting in place the governance systems, right away from identity management to then providing a full circle support to all that diaspora which is actually being exported altogether. And then government needs to also consider providing or gaining support through the other sectoral players, like for example in case of medical, which has just been mentioned by Mujahid Kareem Chohan Saab. There is a lot that has to be played as a role from PMDC, from the medical universities, and uh, other related organizations, and similarly the paramedics. And then we have to work in a very very close hand-in-hand relationship amongst various governmental departments as well. So with the kind of models, and with the kind of a governance approach and the governance capacity that we are seeing these days in place, we won't be able to sustain even this momentum for government to government relationships if we are actually being able to strike them for one with one country, or with a host of countries in the Gulf, actually, right? So I mean, yet again, the last liner is that the most recent report from a National Monetary Fund, it is basically it is basically an eye opener for everybody. It is the perfect recipe for what kind of work we require to do within this country, and it has actually very very clearly mentioned that where do we need to go from here. Although these challenges are not new to us, these are known challenges. However, documented by an international body, I think that it is enough for us to actually take some serious learning from, and time to go to some serious work in terms of reforms. The reforms which can really really work for the people, for which can really help us support this brain based or labor based export, and then getting them flowed back to our own home country as well in one form or the else.
Absolutely, and thank you so much, Ghulam Shabir Saab, for painting the picture of success very comprehensively and highlighting these, the core bottom challenges as well. So with this thing, when we have almost done with our time, and thank you so much for joining us today, Mujahid Kareem Saab and Ghulam Shabir Saab and Dr. Sarfraz Saab, and sharing your knowledge and wisdom with our audience. And we have discussed a lot about the ground challenges for Pakistani talented professionals in Pakistan, and why they choose that the route to go out from the country, and on the way back, why they really consider investing back in Pakistan and bringing the benefit back to the beloved country. So with this thing, when we will remain committed to bring very relevant and hot topics for the discussions in the future as well on the forum of CxO Global Technovation with Ahmed Javaid. And with this thing, I may request everyone to take good care of yourselves and remain in the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With this thing, Allah Hafiz.
Allah
God,
Hafiz. Thank you very much.
Allah
Thank
Allah
Hafiz.
you.
Hafiz. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
You can close the browser.